Hi everyone! So my name is Rebecca. I'm a 23-year-old woman who lives in Canada, by the way, and I am here to share a little bit of my testimony and the need that is in the world for the nation of Japan. Woohoo! So anyone who knows me well knows that I am very much into Japanese culture and have been my entire life. And I have one sibling, and he as well is into Japanese culture. And when we were younger, we always used to tell one another, hey, when we're older, we're gonna go live in Japan together and have a pet parrot. Very random, but that came true all except for the pet parrot, which is what I want to dive a little bit into. So back in 2016, it was in between my second and third year of Bible college that I attended in Canada. Yes, there's a Bible college in Canada, for everyone who didn't know. And I went to the island of Okinawa, Japan for a month with my brother, who had been there on AIM for his second or third time. He was there for a year when I went to visit him, and I missed him, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go to Japan. Strictly just to visit him, not for any mission work. And to my surprise, funny little surprise, I was most certainly going through it when I had went to visit him, and I was very angry at God. Just to briefly put it, I didn't never doubt his existence. I was very angry at him for something that had happened in my life, and I wasn't talking to him. I was being a brat. But when I went to Japan, even though I had no intention of helping out with the mission work that my brother was, I ended up doing that exact thing. Not for God, I was doing it for the missionary Brother Doan, who pastors one of the churches in Okinawa. And yeah, I did it for him because I didn't want to be disrespectful, because I was in a way a guest, and he was helping my brother out a lot, and I was like, okay, God, like, I'm not doing this for you, I'm doing this for Brother Doan. And needless to say, throughout my short little journey in Japan, God had transformed my life and transformed me into the woman that I am today, all because of the Japanese people, culture, and the need that is in the nation of Japan. To do some quick numbers, Okinawa is not a part of the mainland in Japan. So when I flew in from Toronto, Canada, I flew into Tokyo, and then from Tokyo I had to fly into Okinawa, which was about another hour and a half plane ride from like the 14 hours that I just had hopped off of. Regardless of that point, there's 1.4 million people in the small island of Okinawa, and to do some comparison, the state of New York is 117 times bigger than the entire island of Okinawa, and there are only 2 apostolic churches on the island of Okinawa. And if that does not tell you something, then I do not know what will. So, regardless of if you think you can do a year in Japan, a few months in Japan, let me just tell you that there's a need in Japan for the Japanese people. They are some of the most kind-hearted people you will ever meet, and if I could compare them to something, I would compare them to like a dove. They're just so peaceful and respectful in everything that they do, and that might be a really weird analogy, but that's what I'm going with. And for me personally, I would love to go back to Japan, and hopefully one day, COVID permitting, I will be able to, but who knows. But to anybody who feels a call to maybe just to missions but doesn't know where to go, I would say go to Japan. Contact your pastor, contact the missionaries there, and see where God can take you. And I know that there are needs in North American missions and there are needs all over the world, but I'm talking about Japan right now. And Japan needs you to go if you are willing. For me, I went, and like I said, my life was transformed. I was only there for a month, but a month is all it took. And in that month, I had done more in my walk of faith than I had done in my, how old was I? Like 19 years of life. At that time, I'm now like 20, I'm 23 now. But it was fantastic, and it is a life-changing experience. And if you even just feel to go for a month, do it. When God says something and you feel the urge to do it, don't push it back. And if God is calling you to go to Japan, then go, because they need you. Anyway, I hope that this somewhat blessed anybody who's watching and was somewhat inspirational. But yeah, God is good. God bless. And just remember, Japan needs you. Thanks. Bye.